now.
Not technically them, but the actresses who played them. Clexacon, please put it together for Mandy, Musgrave, and Gabrielle. It's a real high. Ladies, this is an incredible opportunity and experience for all of us, so thank you so much for coming out here. I'm going to start with a heavy question. Don't uh-oh me. Love it. So South of Nowhere certainly opened the door for a lot of shows like The Fosters, Pretty Little Liars. Do you think South of Nowhere was ahead of its time?
It was the only show that had a lead teen lesbian storyline. I think it was necessary, so I wouldn't say it was ahead of its time. I think it was appropriate at any time. It should have come sooner.
But I guess what I mean is, do you think that it would maybe have gone on a few more seasons or been a little bit more, I guess, not that it wasn't popular, it was very popular, but that more people would have been exposed to it if it, say, had taken place 10 years later?
I don't know, I think it kind of also depended on the network. I think if it was on a primetime network, more people would have been able to see it, but I think it had a huge following considering the network it was on. It was just a new and upcoming network. It had a big following. And we've had probably more people, more fans watch it since it was actually airing. Like a lot of people today we were meeting and were like, oh, we just watched it this last weekend.
You're like, when the 16-year-old comes up,
I know, I'm like, I should have had a facelift, things like all
I also feel like 10 years ago we didn't have like the social media we have now, where all, Twitter and we had Facebook or MySpace back there. Somebody said, oh, I didn't see your MySpace, and we're like, that existed when our show was on, so
maybe hashtag the hell out of Spashley.
Yeah, ship the hell out of it.
So the two of you have a tremendous chemistry together as actors, and you've gone on to play opposite each other more than once. What do you think? What do you think it is that makes the two of you work so well together?
We're actually in a relationship. I think we just have a genuine friendship. We met each other when I was 17, she was 19, and she was so real. She was the only genuine person that I had met in Hollywood, and right off the bat, Tommy Lynch thought that we were really good together, and I think everyone else that wanted to cast us saw that. And I mean, all the Spashley fans were like, please put them back together in a show or film that can get them actually kissing and showing.
If you guys want to recreate that, you could just do it right now.
Well, I was saying to someone else earlier too, we lived together. So like, we were roommates for a while, we have a genuine friendship, we have a genuine chemistry. South of Nowhere at first was all scripted, obviously all of it was scripted, but I think the writers, which Nancy Lee was our favorite one.
she's hiding on the floor.
She was so brilliant because she was so, why are you sitting down there? Do you know who you are? She was so brilliant. She became, we call her Mama, she became so close with us that she knew who we were and she knew how to write for us. And so our acting was effortless because she made it just like ourselves. It was a typecast by the end of the day. Stop crying.
Well, I was going to say, even at the first audition for South, there was probably, 50 girls in the room, and we were outside just sitting on the step together. Like we had an instant kind of connection that I don't think a lot of people do when you're auditioning, because it's kind of a stressful, weird environment, but
That's my
Baby
son.
Spashley. Well, I know that a very common question for actors is, what's your favorite episode? I don't want to know about that. I want to know, what was your most fulfilling episode? It's okay if you don't remember the exact title.
The word fulfillment throws me a little bit. I don't know the names of the episodes. I don't remember what number it was, but well, you know, the scene where her mom pulled me out by my hair. That was my favorite thing to shoot, and I think it also spoke volumes for people going through that situation. I think it spoke volumes for Maeve as an actress and for her character to go through that rage. Mothers, parents, they go through that. Siblings, you know, they don't know how to handle someone coming out, and I think that was one of the most important episodes. And Gay Pride was a big one too, because Paula ended up coming around. And then the episode where we finally make love, which we made fun of all the time because we were like, is that how lesbians have sex?
It's not, no, I'm joking.
I feel like if people saw that episode, they'd be like, I'm really fun with that. What was your favorite?
yeah, I would definitely say the scenes with Maeve, and most of my scenes with Maeve, and then when we all came together, I thought was really important, because it wasn't just about us, it was about the family, and just kind of seeing how we were able to, the progress we were able to make over the series. And I think that's, when we hear people give us their thoughts about the show, that seems to have really affected them and been important in their lives. So it's special to me too.
You know what was fun though? The episode where we had to be in the beach was really fun, because we were in our swimsuits and it was only like 40 degrees out. So, and we had these skimpy little things that we didn't know what we were going to be wearing, and they were like, go ahead, jump into the 20-degree water. No, when we had to do the beat where you came out, oh that one?
Gabrielle, were you there? I'm just curious.
God, it was good for you. You had to like dump water all over yourself and come over. Yeah, that one.
Well, I'm glad that you bring up Maeve, because that was going to be a question that I had for you. A major plot point in South of Nowhere was Spencer's relationship with her mom, coming out to Paula's struggle with it, and I really wanted to ask you about that, because there was a lot of depth to that relationship. And can you talk a little bit about working with Maeve in those scenes, in that role? I think a lot of fans related to that relationship.
It's interesting because Maeve is so unlike that character. She's the most fun, loving, eccentric person, and I think we would have really hard moments for her to have to go that far. And I don't know, but I think in shooting it was hard, but it made it a little bit easier. And in the end, when we come around, I think it just it helped us as in our performances, but also I think the chemistry that we just had just with each other was helpful too. So
I'm just curious, show of hands, how many of you related to that relationship?
that's wow. Oh, I wish she was here. She's so much fun.
Woman I've ever met in my life. She's so amazing. And during the whole series, she was living with her lesbian roommates, and then later she lived with Nancy Lee Page.
That's what we call a lesbro.
Yeah. She was the most incredible. Three-way. Yeah. That's right. That's what it was based on.
That is a lesbian web series Americana now.
Yeah.
So Mandy, South of Nowhere was one of the first, and still to this day, one of the few shows to really delve into and respectfully deal with bisexuality with the character. And I want to know what sort of response you get still from queer fans and bisexual fans after all these years.
Nothing but love.
She said but love, she does.
Nothing but love. God, the response has been amazing. I personally wouldn't be who I am today if it wasn't for that. And at first I thought it hurt my career because I became typecast. I booked a job on 90210, and the role was for, it said, playing Rory's love interest. And I was like, I don't know who this Rory guy is. And I get on set, and it was a woman, and I was like, I'm gonna be the lesbian typecast forever. This is awesome. Because the fans are so loyal, and they follow throughout every single job, where anything else I've ever done is here, hit or miss and whatever, but I've loved it. You guys are the best fan base. You guys are incredible.
Well, speaking of being typecast, I'm curious, were you ever dissuaded from taking this role?
No.
No? And we were at that point, at least in time, where people weren't saying, like, don't like your characters, that sort of thing?
No, I just had no idea what I was getting into. I mean, in Hollywood, you're hoping to get a job. It's so hard. And I was just excited to get this character that had so many levels. And then once I dove into it and saw, we went out to, what was that? What was the club we went to? What's the gay club that we went to? No, in real life, we went. Oh, the Abbey. The Abbey? We went to the Abbey. Because we were like, you know what, after season 1, we wanted to kind of become a little bit more aware of what these characters really were, and not just act, but and so we went there, and it really helped our characters, and I think after that, then it became this kind of a deeper meaning of what message we were bringing. And I remember someone telling me, you turned my daughter gay, and someone said, how does that feel that someone would say that to you? I was like, awesome. It's not possible. You're
living the
gay,
dream.
bi, or transgender or not, but to say that I had that power.
So here we are. You're sitting in front of this audience of Spashley fans who have loved you guys for almost a decade. What's it like being here right now for you?
Unreal. I'm trying not to make eye contact.
I'm a little nervous.
We are both like our characters, if nobody can tell that. No, this is surreal. We were talking about it earlier. We both needed to have a beer to relax. This is incredible. This is incredible.
Yeah, it's one thing to hear from people like through the internet, but when you actually put a face to somebody's name, it's amazing. And some people that I've even heard from online that are here today, it's really great to meet you in person, and thanks for being here.
Question for you, and then I'm going to open it up to y'all, okay? This is prompted by actually a lot of questions that fans have sent to me because I let them know I was going to be moderating this, and they all wanted to know where you thought your characters would be now.
I think Spencer definitely would have gone through with the journalism and done some documentaries, and I could definitely see her doing that. Yeah. Hopefully ending up with Ashley.
Of course.
What does Mama have to say about this one?
Nobody cares about your career. They want to know if you guys are together.
We're still doing
Nobody
it.
cares about your career.
I bet Ashley really likes Blue Apron, and she was really into documentaries. Yeah, no, they want to know if you guys are still like married and stuff.
I think we would. I think we probably would have our kid. I think we'd have a
That's
kid.
our kid right there.
Maybe there's baby Thor.
I did ask her if she was going to name him Thor. I was excited, but no.
But yeah, Aiden is our nanny, our Manny.
Let's give a little love to Aiden over here.
Oh, my son isn't used to people because I am a stay-at-home mom and I hibernate with him. So. No, I think that they would still be together. I think that they would have a really solid relationship, and I think maybe they would be in the Women's March. I think that they would be out and they'd be advocating for everything.
Do you guys have any questions?
Yeah.
Raise your hands.
I scolded a lot of people.
What? What?
It's just me.
That's it? All right, she's gonna start it off for us. Lexa, come on over here.
3 hugs to whoever asks the question. A tight hug.
Hi, I like Caitlin. I'm Caitlin. So I remember like when I was like a small baby gay, and like South of Nowhere was my first ever gay show, and I remember seeing you guys on TV being like, oh my god, that's me, and I was like, shit, that's me. And so it was like, I, was trying to hide it, but could have that an hour, half hour of the day where I could sneak off and go watch the show. I don't know how I did it though, because I don't think I had a computer. But like, like with my parents not watching, it's like for an hour I could just be myself and be who I was, and now here I am, embracing it. But how does it make you guys feel like to hear from the fans that you helped us get through like a super rough time, and now we can be here standing up in front of a crowd being like, I'm proud to be who I am, and thank you for helping me get there.
I think as an artist, there's nothing more rewarding than hearing that. So thank you so much, and I'm so glad that you were able to, and everybody here was able to find their way. I think all of us struggle with that in life, and it's the most important thing to figure out. So
It's humbling for us because everybody that has come up to us that said, you've changed our life, you've helped us come out. We didn't do anything but recite lines. So we get so much recognition for this, and I personally don't feel deserving, but I'll take it. But so honored that you could relate to somebody and that we could play that part. And I'm so glad that you had the courage to come out and be who you are today, and you look fabulous. So, good job.
She wasn't kidding you guys. Hello. I was just wondering did you guys know what Clexa was before this con? Did you guys like were just like, what's Do you know what's your opinion on Lexa? Just be aware that it's a loaded question.
We didn't know. We had no idea. But we like it.
we gathered information.
All right.
Hi, I'm Marissa. I was with you guys when you first started the show, and my mother was very similar to begin with the way that your character's mother was. And did you think that the impact that you had, the story that had, would resonate 10 years later? That to this day I still am so proud to be who I am, and you guys were a part of it. That gave me the opportunity to come out to my mother and to do those things. Do you guys think to this day you have that kind of impact?
Oh.
Sorry.
I mean, you can only hope that would be the result, but I think in family dynamics, there's so many issues we all have with any one of our family members, and if art or if some kind of an outlet or TV show can help you kind of navigate that, then that's pretty amazing. As an artist, I would be able to hope to provide some kind of support, and I'm so glad that you were able to find that in our show. So thank you and congratulations.